Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Peter, and this is your Peter's English podcast. I'm your host Peter, and this is PiP Picture in Picture Mode episode. Yay! People, I discovered one thing today. While I was doing my new homework for my next English lesson with my English teacher, hi my English teacher, I discovered that I know nothing about prepositions. Yay! I was betting the whole homework like sport like sport results, and it's not very good, and I decided that this learn English with Peter PiP mode episode has to be about prepositions. Yes, about the first. And today's live stream, it will be only about prepositions of place, because we can because I couldn't because I cannot do everything doing today, but tomorrow we can continue, and then during the next week B. Okay, let's start. But let's start with the slogan, of course. Uh, Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented, because learning English is for everyone, people. Yes, this is my favorite slogan of created by myself. It's the official slogan of Peter's English podcast. And let's start. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I want to speak. Wait a minute. Okay. Study and learn mode. We have action. Wait a minute. I forgot something. F5 here. I'm sorry. F5. And okay. Action. We have to wait for the results of Copilot as usual. And okay, let's start. Action mode activated, Peter. PiP mode teacher head on. Study mode brain on. Let's guide this lesson step by step, only one key at a time, just like study mode requires. We're focusing on prepositions of place, and you'll start with one simple idea, then pause so you can respond before we continue. Okay, everything is working. Yes, you can hear me and listen to me and watch me. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Uh, can you see me? Yes, you can. Okay. Uh, Key idea one. What does a preposition of place do? A preposition of place tells us where something is. Example, the phone is on the table. Before we go deeper, let me ask you one guiding question. When you say the cat is under the chair, which word shows the place? Take your time, answer with just the word. Under, of course. What else? We have to wait. Okay. F5. Under. Exactly, Peter. Under is the preposition of place in that sentence. Perfect start. You're in full PiP mode. Focus now. Let's build the next small step together. Key idea 2. What does under really mean? Under shows that something is below another thing, usually with no contact. Example, the cat is under the chair. The cat is below the chair. Here's my next guiding question, just one idea at a time. Can you give me one sentence with on? Only one sentence, keep it simple. Viera is dancing on the table. Why not? Okay, we have to wait and we can revise. What does under really mean? Under shows that something is below another thing, usually with no contact. Okay. This is about on. Okay, F5. Vera is dancing on the table. Peter, this is the most perfect example, and it shows you understand the rule beautifully. Let's stay in study mode now, one idea at a time, guiding you step by step. Your sentence, Vera is dancing on the table. This is excellent because on means preposition of place. It shows contact with a surface. It's clear, simple, and correct. And it's very Viera style house. Now let's build the next step. Key idea 3. What does on really mean? On means something is touching a surface, so it's supported by the surface, not inside, not under, but on top. Example, the book is on the shelf. Now, your next guided question, only one. Can you give me one sentence within? Hmm. Oh, Vera sleeps. Vera is sleeping in her bedroom. In her coffin. Yeah, it has to be in her coffin. In her coffin. In her coffin. Yeah, perfect example. Okay, F5. Vera is sleeping in her coffin. Peter, okay, listen, this is hilarious, but we are in study mode, so I'm going to guide you step by step. Your sentence, Vera is sleeping in her coffin. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's Vera, but we need to check one thing together. Key idea, does in work here? It means something is inside a space. Example, in a room, in a box, in a car, in a garden. So now I'll guide you with one simple question. Is Vera inside the coffin? Just another yes or no. Is Vera in? Yeah. Yes, of course it is. Okay. Is Vera in her coffin or not? We can discover it 1 minute later, okay? Or 30 seconds, maybe now. Yes, of course. Perfect, Peter. Yes, it's exactly what we needed to confirm. And now we can move to the next guided step, keeping everything in study mode. Slow, clear, one idea at a time. Key idea confirmed. If Vera is inside the coffin, the in is the correct preposition of place. Your sentence. Vera is sleeping in her coffin. Correct, logical, follow the rules, very Vera style. Now let's build the next step together. Key idea 4. In versus on versus under. To make you to make sure to make sure you fully understand the difference, here's a simple guiding question. If Vera is lying on the top of the coffin, not inside, which preposition would we use? Just answer with the one word. If Vera is lying on the top of her coffin, not inside, which preposition would we use? Aha. In, on, under. On. I think it's on. What do you think, people? Well, we'll see. I'm betting on. I think it's on. Okay, F5. On. Exactly, Peter, on is the correct preposition, and you answer it instantly, which shows you really feeling the difference between in and on now. We stay in study mode, so I'll guide you step by step, one idea at a time. Key idea 5. On, touching a surface. When something is on something, it is touching the top, supported by the surface, not inside, not under. So, Vera is in the coffin inside, Vera is on the coffin touching the top surface. Perfect distinction. Now let's build the next step. Guiding answer. We've used in, on, and under. Let's add one more important preposition of place. If Vera is standing very close to the coffin but not touching it, which preposition do we use? Near. I think it's near, but I'm not sure. No, I was right. Okay, but we have to see it. Near. Perfect, Peter. Near is a correct preposition of place. And now we stay in study mode, so I'll guide you slowly, step by step, one idea at a time. But before we continue, let's check something important together. Key idea, near versus next to. You choose near, which is good, but there is a small difference. Near, close, but not very close. Next to, immediately beside, almost touching. Example, the shop is near my house, maybe 200 meters. The chair is next to the table, touching. Now I'll guide you with one simple question, only one idea at a time. If we are standing immediately beside the coffin, almost touching it, which preposition is better? Near? Yes, of course, is next to. Next to, of course. Next to, this is clear and easy. And we can see the difference. Near, close, but not very close. Next to, immediately beside, almost touching. Example, the shop is near my house. The chair is next to the table. Okay, this was easy. And we can continue with F5. Next to, exactly, Peter, next to is the perfect choice. And the way you're answering instantly shows you're really feeling the logic of prepositions now. We stay in study mode, so we move slowly, one idea at a time, guiding your understanding step by step. Key idea 6, next to, immediately beside. When something is next to something, it is very close, side by side, almost touching, in the same position horizontally. Example, the chair is next to the table. Your example, Viera is standing next to the coffin. Perfect, clear, correct. Viera, very Viera style again. Now we build the next small step. I'll give you one guiding question and then we pause, because that's how study mode works. If Viera is behind the coffin, you can't see her from the front. Which preposition do we use now, Near? Near. Now it's near. Or it isn't. Well, we'll see. Near. Peter, this is exactly why study mode exists, so we can slow down, take one idea at a time, and correct things gently and clearly. You said near, but let's look at the situation again together. Key idea behind. If Viera is on the other side of the coffin and you cannot see her from the front, the correct preposition place is behind. Because yes, people, this is Peter's yawning episode of not LEP but mine, Peter's English podcast. And Peter, just shut up and continue. Okay, because behind means at the back, in front of, at the front, next to is beside, near, close, but not in a specific direction. So now we check your understanding with one simple step. Guiding question, one idea only. If Viera is standing at the front of the coffin, what is the correct preposition? Oh, in front of. In front of. Beside is next to. Okay. 5. We can continue. Peter, just remember you are doing a live stream. You have to tell something your audience. Yes, I know. Okay, I'm not crazy. Yes, I can say like crazy, but it's the part of the fun. I like to speak with myself. It's the part of the fun, and it's part of the uh, practicing my speaking skills in English, and I like to do this. If you don't like it, bye bye. And I can block you if you want. Okay, but other people who like me, we can continue and not be shy. Sit there and enjoy the live stream. Peter, just shut up and continue and don't destroy something. Everything is so cheap that you cannot destroy it. Okay, in front of. Exactly, Peter. In front of is the correct preposition. You're moving through these prepositions like a true PiP mode master, one clear step at a time. And we stay in study mode, so we keep the rhythm. One idea, one question, your answer, next step. Let's build the next idea together. Key idea 7. In front of, at the front. When something is in front of something else, it is facing it on the forward side, visible from the front, not behind, not next to, but in the front position. Example, the microphone is in the front of me. Your example with Viera works perfectly too. Now we move to the next guided step, still only one idea at a time. If Viera is completely hidden because the coffin is blocking her. Which preposition describes her position? Behind. Now it's behind. In a minute, yes, I can touch my cables on my mic. But Peter, don't do it because you can destroy everything. Okay, are we online? Yes, we are. But can you? Yes, you can listen to me and watch me. And we are online. Okay, Peter, just shut up and continue. Okay, I'm trying. I'm only checking. Don't you see? Okay. Okay. And now 8. Key idea 8. Behind. Exactly, Peter. Behind is the correct preposition. And the way you're answering shows you're fully locked in the study mode. Focus, precise, one idea at a time. Let's keep the rhythm. Key idea 8, behind means at the back. When something is behind something else, it is on the opposite side from the front, hidden or partly hidden, not visible from the front, in the back position. Example, the garden shed is behind the house. Your Viera example works perfectly too. Now we move to the next small step, still one idea at a time. If Viera is standing on the left side of the coffin and the vampire king is on the right side, which preposition describes their position? Just answer with one word, between or next to. Between. Viera is standing on the left side of the coffin and the vampire king is on the right side. Which preposition describe their position? Between. This is easy. This is easy. Between. Between. Okay, we'll see. But I'm sure that I'm right, and I am right. Okay, 5. Now the true people. Between. Perfect, Peter. Between is exactly the right choice. And the way you choose it shows you're really understanding the logic of prepositions now, not just memorizing them. We stay study mode, so we continue slowly, one idea at a time, guiding your thinking step by step. Key idea 9. Between means in the middle of two things. When something is between, it is in the middle with one thing on the left and one thing on the right. Example, Peter is between two microphones. Your dream podcast setup. I don't know if it's dream, but okay. Your example. People, Copilot means with the guess. Yes, of course. It is my dream. Your example. Viera on the left, Vampire King on the right. Viera is between them. Okay. Perfect. Now we move to the next guided step. Still one idea at a time. If Viera is floating higher than the coffin but not touching it, which preposition describes her position? Oof. If Viera is floating higher than under? No, I don't know. I don't know really. People, I don't know. Copilot catch me right in during the live stream. Yes, people, it's a shame, Peter. You don't know this. This simply, yes, it's normal, people. Yes, don't. I don't shame myself. Okay. Okay, a 5. I don't know. Peter, this is exactly the moment when study mode shows its power. You said I don't know. And that's perfect because now I can guide you to discover this answer yourself. Let's go step by step, one idea only. If you are sure, we can check the truth. Key idea reminder. We are talking about prepositions of place. The situation. Vera is floating higher than the coffin, but she is not touching it. So she is not in, not on, not under, not next to, not behind, not in front of, not between. She's simply higher. Aha! Now I'll guide you with a small hint or not the answer. Hint. Think of a preposition that means higher than something, not contact, floating or position above. It starts with A. Now your turn. Which preposition means higher than, not touching, above? Above, yeah, what else? Wait a minute. Okay, my cables are. I'm simply touching with my hand, with my leg, with the cables, but everything is okay. Because I'm not so. terrible. We touching something. Okay. Uh, above. I said above. Yes, Peter, above is exactly the right preposition. And the fact that you found it from the hint shows you're learning the concept, not just memorizing words. Is exactly how study mode should feel. Let's keep the rhythm. One idea, one question, your answer, next step. Key idea 10, above. Higher, not touching. When something is above, it is higher than something else, not touching, floating or positioned in the air, not on, because on means touching. Example, the lamp is above the table. Your example, Vera is floating above the coffin. Perfect, logical, correct. Very Vera style magic. Now we move to the next guided step, still one idea at a time. If Vera drops her crystal and it falls to a position lower than the coffin but not touching the floor, which preposition describes that position? People, how? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. But this is the last one. This is the last one. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I think it's under, but I'm not sure. Or it's not. Well, we'll see. Uh, I don't know. Peter, this is perfect because this is exactly the moment when study mode helps you discover the answer instead of guessing. You said, I don't know. So let's guide you step by step, one idea at a time. Let's think together. The situation, Vera drops her crystal, it falls lower than the coffin, but is not touching anything. It is simply in a lower position. We already learned on, touching, under, below, usually close, above, higher, not touching. Now we need the opposite of above. Here comes your hint, just one. The preposition starts with be and means lower than something. We found touching. Aha. Take a moment. Now your turn. Which preposition means lower than not touching? Beside. Beside. Maybe it's beside. I don't know. Okay, it wasn't beside. Mm, five. Is beside. Peter, this is exactly why study mode is amazing, but we can slow down, fix the misunderstanding gently, and build the concept step by step. You answered beside, and that's good preposition, but it doesn't mean lower than something. Let's guide you to the correct one. Can you hear me? Yes. Peter, why you are always doing big? Because I discovered before my live stream that my micro mic is not connected, but now it is. Okay, let's continue. Because because the time is going very quickly. Let's think together one idea only. We already learned above, higher than, not touching. The opposite of above is lower than, not touching. So we need a preposition that means lower, below, not touching, not under, because under usually means directly below or close. So your small hint, it starts with be. It is the opposite of above. You already know this word. You use it in normal life. Try again. Which preposition means lower than, not touching? Uh, I don't know, people, really. Uh, I don't know. Simply tell it. Below. Ah, okay. F5. I don't know. Simply tell me. Peter, okay. Since you asked directly, I'll give you the answer. But it'll still keep it in study mode style, so you learn it, not just hear it. The correct preposition is below. So the pair is above, higher than, not touching, below, lower than, not touching. Example, Vera is floating above the coffin. The crystal is hanging below the coffin. No, now, before we continue, I want to check that the idea is clear. Can you give me one simple using below? Okay, yes, I understand that is below. What is below? And now it's the right time to end this live stream. But before we the end, I want to read you the story. Okay, but let's change the modes into smart. That's it for today. Create a fun 500 word funny story inspired by my novel, The Vampire Called Diary. Don't use my personal life or my job. Use today's English grammar. Let's go. We have to wait for the story and Bob's your uncle, people. Okay. And here is the story. He's coming. He's coming. And not he, Peter. It. Yes, it is coming. Yes, I know. We have to wait for your favorite story because you like the bedtime stories like today. Okay. And we can continue. F5. The story is here directly. Okay, can you see it? Yes, you can. Let's start. Okay, people, that's it for today. But before we end this live stream, I want to read you a 500 word story created and generated by Microsoft Copilot, and I want to show you this today English grammar in the story. Let's start. That's it for today. Create a 500 word funny story inspired by my novel, Viera the Vampire Called Diary. Don't use my personal life or my job. Use today's English grammar. Let's go. Alright, Peter. End of the day, story time. And today's grammar focus was prepositions of place, so I'll wave them naturally into the house of Viera's word without using your personal life or job. Here comes your 500 word funny story inspired by Viera the Vampire Diary using today's grammar full of wild dialogues and pure supernatural comedy. Viera and the Coffin Catastrophe. 500 word funny story. Where the vampire girl was having a perfectly normal undate evening, which meant she was dancing on the table, singing dramatically in front of her mirror, and throwing glitter into the air like a gothic fairy with no self-control. Vera, stop! Shouting her bed assistant, Mr. Flap. You're getting glitter on everything. That's the point, Vera said proudly. A queen must sparkle. Mr. Flight synced. A queen must also stop destroying the castle. But Vera wasn't listening. She jumped off the table, spun around, and landed next to her coffin with a dramatic pause. Ta-da! The coffin, however, was not impressed. It creaked ominously. Don't you dare! Vera warned it. The coffin dared. It collapsed completely. Pieces of wood flew everywhere. Some landed under the chair. Some rolled behind the curtains, and one particularly rude plank smacked Mr. Flap right on the wing. Oh, why does your furniture hate me? He cried. It hates everyone, Vera said. It's part of the aesthetic. She knelt between two broken boards and lifted a shiny object. Oh, look! My crystal of eternal drama, Mr. Flap hovered above her. Be careful with that thing. Last time you touched it, you turned the castle into a giant pumpkin. That was one time, Vera said, and it was cute. Before Mr. Flap could argue, the crystal slipped from Viera's fingers. It fell, spinning gracefully, and stopped floating below her hand, glowing dangerously. Oh, she whispered. The crystal exploded. Not violently, more like a magical sneeze. A puff of purple smoke filled the room, and when it cleared, Vera found herself sitting on a brand new coffin. A very pink coffin, a very sparkly pink coffin. Mr. Flap stared. Why is it pink? I don't know, Vera said, but I love it. The coffin suddenly opened by itself. Inside was another Vera. Hello, the second Vera shouted. I am Vera. I I am Vera. I am Vera's second one. Now with extra chaos, Mr. Flap screamed, "No, no, no, no! One Vera is enough. One Vera is too much." Vera 1 looked at Vera 2. Why do you exist? I was summoned by your dramatic energy, Vera 2 said proudly. Also by the crystal. Also by destiny. Also because the universe was bored. Vera 1 groaned. Great! Now I have competition. Vera 2 jumped onto the table. Let's dance! No! Mr. Flap shouted. Not again! But it was too late. Both Vieras were already dancing on the table in front of the mirror next to the pink coffin while glitter rained above them like a sparkly apocalypse. Mr. Flap covered his face. I'm moving to another castle! No, you're not, Bob Viera shouted, and the glitter storm continued. Oh, okay, people. Okay, people. This was a performance like uh like the professional actor. Yes, I know. I'm simply great. Yeah, okay, I'm joking. Okay, people, that's it for today. But before the end of this live stream, I'm going to read you the slogan about your uncle, yeah? Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you, bye-bye.